Centenaries give cause to think. They make us poets take our ink to honour those who've shaped our days, whilst living in the spotlight's gaze. Here Stanley Baxter is my muse. You may have noticed in the news he'd have turned 100 today, on this the 24th of May. Now he was Glasgow born and bred, a tam o' shanter on his head, just one of many hats he'd wear, in his career so rich and rare. An actor since he was a child, and how the TV viewers smiled, brightened by his cherubic face. In their hearts he'd secured a place. When in the Far East how he shone, the line of fans went on and on. He kept the serving troops upbeat, while keeping his cool in the heat. There Kenneth Williams was his chum. They revelled in the rum-ti-tum, the rhythm of the stage they'd found, with mirth and music all around. They met way out in Singapore. Their friendship was an open door. They shared so much, their bond was great. They were each other's closest mate. In times of need they would meet up, and kindness flowed in every cup. Though they cost a pretty penny, Stanley craved his meals with Kenny. He showed he had a special gift. The audiences he would lift with comedy all sang his praise, for he could intrigue and amaze. The London powers soon paid heed, as they had appetites to feed. They said, "We need a brilliant man. Who can do this?" "We know who can." The top producers saw his wit. One lady heard he'd been a hit, when her contact swiftly faxed her, "Take a look at Stanley Baxter." He triumphed, and much to his glee, they put him on the BBC. He wowed them with his fun and games, becoming one of our big names. And he had a glorious gimmick, being a most marvellous mimic, one of the finest we have seen, when he took off our dear late Queen. So many strides that he had made, so many parts that he had played, he knew his doting public well, how they lapped up the tales he'd tell. Some tales bring colour and delight. Some help to get us through the night. Some tales cast shadows in the dark. On Stanley, too, one left a mark. What sadness when Moira, his wife, decided to take her own life. What strength of character he showed, as he now trod a lonelier road. He still provided so much joy. Wound up again just like a toy, he launched himself upon his craft, and how all his admirers laughed. He always was so versatile. On stage, on screen, he had such style. On radio, the time he stayed meant he'd earned every accolade. His hard work reaped its full rewards, and he was showered with awards. He had given so much pleasure, golden memories to treasure. To do all this was such a feat, not one that many men could beat. A life lived well that won our pride, a life tinged with the tears he cried. A baby in the starting blocks could not foresee his troubling knocks. He braved the world with noble grace, and never let them dull his face. Let's raise a shout, let's raise a cheer, let's raise a glass of wine or beer. Let's see the sun, long may it glow. In heaven, Stanley's doing a show. Unfurl that bunting, set it high, hoist flags and banners to God's sky, in tribute to a man so skilled, and lives that he with wonder filled.